Welcome to The Sugar Show, an inspirational podcast for savvy body sugaring professionals and those who are curious and want to learn to sugar. Have you felt alone on this journey of learning to sugar? Did you feel like you didn't learn enough in your company's certification class and are hungry for more? Are you craving more ideas on how to grow your business? Or what the latest products are you can use on your clients along with sugaring? Here's your host and guide for all things sweet, Shannon, the Sugar Mama. She's an esthetician, author, speaker, mom, sugar biz owner, and most importantly, a sugar professional, just like you. She helps estheticians all over the world not only learn to sugar, but to build their skills and confidence so they can not only set themselves apart, but provide the most amazing experience for their clients. In each Sugar Show, you are going to get help and inspiration, not only from Shannon, but from her very favorite colleagues who are doing amazing things that you should know about. This is The Sugar Show.
Hello and welcome back. Today's episode, I am so excited. I think I'm always excited for the guests, but I'm especially excited for, Miss Lauri. This is Lauri Smetona. She is the owner and CEO of RevealU Skincare. Hi, Lauri.
Hi, Shannon. So happy to be here.
It's fun. It's like the radio days, but
it is. I love it.
I get to see you. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So Lauri has an amazing line of products. There's not many of them, but boy, did they pack a punch. Mm-hmm. And I am so excited to share her with you because there's so many things that I love about this product line, and it's so simple and it's so perfect for sugaring professionals. So I want to, first of all, share how I met you, Lauri, because it was really by accident. It's my little logo. It was really by accident. I was at the Long Beach show last year, and I was looking for, specifically on my list was, I wanted to find a product that had magnesium in it. I've had really great success, and we'll talk about this after the show, but I've had really great success with people that take magnesium internally and also topically. So like in a gel or a lotion or a spray. And I was looking for a product like that, and I couldn't find it. And I happened to be, Brandy and I were leaving to go back to the airport, and I had just a little bit of time. I was walking down the aisle. I was looking at these aesthetic tables, and I turn around, and it was almost like in a movie. It was like, oh, and the lights came on, and there was RevealU and Pippa, who you will all meet soon, and Lauri were in the booth. It was like you were waiting for me.
Yep.
And I walked up and I said, "Tell me about your product." And the rest is a great friendship.
It is. It definitely is. It was one of those moments.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. So she explained her products, which she will explain to you in a moment. And I was at first skeptical because I'll be honest with you, Lauri, when you first put on your product, it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like a mist of water or just a gel of hydration when I very first put it on.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wait, my skin feels amazing.
Yeah.
And I was really kind of blown away at how hydrated my skin felt and how hydrated it stayed throughout my plane ride home.
Yes.
And that's when I gave it a chance, and I really started to use it in my treatments, and I started to use it. I was giving you the once over, Lauri, and I was really putting your products to the test.
Yes.
And I realized that you really had something special here. And I've been using your products for the last year now, actually since Long Beach, a little over a year, with really great success, and have brought them into my practice. So enough about me and you and how we met in our love story. I would love for you to just share what it is I'm talking about, what your RevealU line is all about. Maybe we'll show them if they're on YouTube, they can see it. Otherwise, they'll have to see it live. But talk to us about RevealU and what your product line is and how you even came about getting started with this line.
Well, it all started about in 2014. I was selling some, another skincare product that costs a little over $100 every month. And to get it to activate and to do what it's supposed to do, is like tighten your skin for you to look younger, you have to have a wet face, and so excuse me, throughout a couple of trials of using it, I felt odd putting tap water on my face because I knew my water wasn't healthy. I won't drink my tap water. Now I'm putting tap water on my face.
Okay.
So the journey for me began to find my product. It started at that point. How do I find clean water? What's the best water to use? And it just started that journey of research and development into finding a good, water, a skincare product, and there was none out there. I think Avion had like a spray that you could use,
Okay.
but the water level, because our skin's so sensitive to a certain pH, water has to be a certain pH for our skin. So I basically stumbled upon the developer of this product at another show, and he developed the water probably about 8 years with the minerals of gold, copper, silver, and zinc in them. And he has a special process where he breaks down the water molecule into a smaller particulate so it can actually be absorbed into the deeper layers of the skin where the elements can sit and do the job that they're supposed to do, and assisting with holding the hydration. Honestly, it's just really kind of getting into the areas where you need the most moisture on your skin. So that's kind of essentially where the journey started of the product, which is we call the RevealU water. So what happened within that time frame is my son, who has psoriasis, had been using, I said, I'll just keep using the products. I noticed my skin was staying hydrated, that I was no longer doing a head to toe of like, over the counter, lotions and body washes and
the layering and layering.
Yeah. And then slowly I wasn't even using the skincare product that I had. I was extending out a month's supply to 2 to 3 months to 4 months because I was hydrating my skin. I was hydrating my body. And so that's what I decided to invest into this and start delving a little bit deeper into, clean, healthy water in our skincare. So my son, who has psoriasis, used it, and we saw immediate results on his face. We just saw how much that supported the skin when it's inflamed and when there's not enough hydration, when there's not enough, elements or minerals in your body to do what they're supposed to do. It's going to suffer. So your products aren't going to work right.
Interesting. Where is your product made?
It's made in San Marcos, California. The water actually comes from California. So it's all based here in California, all based in the United States. And, it's just a tiny little lab that we have down in San Marcos.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how does it work that you put minerals into water? What is
Well,
that
it came
like?
down to the water that we use in the first place is a really good quality spring water that we have run into the facility. And it's a proprietary process with the generators that we have as we clean the water. It's kind of like when we talk about like a volcanic rock, how spring water, when water goes through volcanic rock or in a stream, as it moves, it bangs into the rocks and it picks up these elements and it becomes, it slowly builds up into what we consider a structured water.
Okay.
So our process works in the same way. Over and over as we process the water, like 60 to 70,000 times, we've broken down that water molecule over these elements that they like to just kind of bond and work together at a smaller size into our body.
And then you have the water, and then you also have it in a gel form. Talk about your gels.
Yeah. So what happened is when I actually met you, I had already been in the business selling the water for, was that 4 years? For about 4 years. And in that time frame, when we first started with the gold, copper, silver, zinc, we found that we added the magnesium and a platinum to it because we found that these other elements were needed in another industry that we were trying to get into, like the fitness industry, because a lot of people have skin issues.
Okay.
So for 4 years, we worked with the water. We got the water process down to, a nice feel, but we still had a hard time convincing people you needed to put water on your skin to be moisturized, because
right.
everyone used to creams and moisturizers and oils. So working with the developer, we came up with a gel. He was able to turn the water with 2 other ingredients into gel, which, so it still kept its structure of the small water molecules, but this time when we were able to apply it to the skin, the consumer understood I was moisturizing my skin. So that's how we developed the gel. So that came out last year. And within the 6 months, we added another feature, which we came out in January with a gold, like we added 24 karat gold and more gold to it. A glow with a brightening agent, and then a cleanse like an acne with a charcoal in it to help even further skincare product.
You know, that's interesting that you say that. That's kind of what I thought was, oh, I'm going to spray water on my skin and it's going to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not surprised when I hear people say that. I'm really, that's my biggest believers or representatives or affiliates all say the same thing. I was your biggest skeptic. I didn't believe in the water, but if you have to try it, because we're used to hard water in our showers. So until once you have a clean water and you have it, your skin gets this. It's like, little body straw just sucking in all these good elements.
Yeah. And the key is that we're holding on to hydration, right? So sugar professionals are super, super aware of how exfoliation and hydration is the key with home care, right?
Yeah.
So with our clients, if your skin isn't exfoliated and hydrated, it's going to make our sugar job a lot harder.
Yeah. And painful.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And so what I found is when I use the mist post-treatment, it's actually, so we've just taken all those hairs out, right?
Yeah.
And then I use the mist. I use the big, show them the
big one.
The big continuous mist. Yep. There's a big continuous mist. I do one pump of that over, say, bikini, face, arm. Yeah. Nice. Hopefully you can't see that on the podcast, but you can see it on YouTube. Yeah. But I use one pump of the mist and it soaks in nicely, but it's not a water that's going to actually dehydrate. Yeah. It's actually holding on to the hydration. I was fascinated by how different the skin really looked and felt. And then I send them home and I'm finding that the minerals that you have in there, and we're going to talk about this, what minerals, those are actually doing. Cause you're like, okay, gold in the water. Like that seems like a marketing thing, right? Okay. Silver, like what does silver do to the skin? So we're going to talk about that in the after show about what those actually do for the skin. And that'll be in the SugarTribe.
I apologize. I got a helicopter going by. Sorry.
That's okay. I can't hear it. Okay. So what those minerals are doing is they're actually healing the skin, hydrating the skin. And I've been pleasantly surprised, and I know that you love this testimonial from me, at how the skin is healthier 4 weeks later when I have the client in again. I have been shocked, to be honest. So this little tiny line in Long Beach that I stumbled across at your booth really was a powerhouse that I didn't realize I had kind of uncovered for us Sugar Pros. You're welcome, Sugar Pros. But what we uncovered was that holding on to the hydration, I can spray it on the skin post-treatment and calm the skin and hydrate the skin. But then it also doesn't stick to your clothes afterwards. It's not sticky. It's not tacky. It actually absorbs into the skin really nicely. And then they go home with this really beautifully hydrated skin. And when they're using the product in home care, it keeps that hydration level really, really nice. Yeah. And so then every time they come in, that hair is sliding right out. And I found, and we'll talk about magnesium again in the after show, but I found that magnesium, I don't know what it is about it, and you're going to educate us later, but magnesium, there is something about what it does to the hair follicle that every time I sugar them afterwards, the hair just slides out like a breeze. It's really fascinating and awesome all at the same time for us sugar practitioners, because we want the hair to slide out. It takes less time for us. It's less painful for the clients. And really, it really makes a difference in the course of this sugaring journey. So what I love as well is that there's not a lot of products to the line, which is great. You don't need a lot of products.
Yeah, we don't even have a lot of ingredients in our products.
And you can read them all and you understand what every ingredient is, which is awesome.
Yeah, because it's water. it's water with 2 other ingredients, but in our water we have these extra elements that are in there that treat our body and the hydration on a cellular level. Our bodies need, well, we're made of water, and we need water in a structured form, in a smaller particulate, a nanoparticulate, in order for our brain to send signals and, to the cells and through our DNA. We need water, and these elements, we need those to help keep us hydrated and keep healthy skin. So with our product, we're kind of layering on top of that. We're kind of like helping assist the body in keeping those cellular connectivities, active.
Yeah. I have a client that I was sharing this with you when I saw you at this Long Beach show. This was a lot more fun because now we knew each other and it was game on. And I had a client who had a almost like a palm size amount of eczema on the inside of her thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back from the Long Beach show, I said, hey, would you mind, using this water? I don't know. They say it works great for skin conditions. That'd be awesome. If you could use the water, that would be great. And then I gave her the gel and I said, try the gel. Let me know what you like better.
Yeah.
So off she went. She's in her early 50s, I would say, and a couple of grandkids. She's had eczema forever, right? She's just used to dealing with it. It's on her wrists, in her hairline, and this giant patch on the inside of her thigh.
Yeah.
Great. So she goes home, give her a hug on her way. And the next time she came in, so she's about every 5 weeks, we'll say, maybe she was 4 weeks, about every 5 weeks. She comes in and I start to sugar her bikini, and I look down and her eczema is gone on her thigh.
Wow.
Gone.
That's always amazing. Yeah.
And I went, excuse me. And she was talking about, because we're always yik-yakking in there. And I said, whoa, what are you doing? What did I give you the last time? I forgot, because I give people stuff a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so I said, what are you doing? What did I give you? And she said, oh, it's that water stuff. I said, well, okay, walk me through this because it's gone. And she said, I know. She said, it's the first time that I've ever been able to have it go away. Wow. And she said that she uses the gel on her legs and her wrists, and the mist, actually the water in her hairline, because it doesn't, get it kind of goopy. Yeah. And she said, I'm hooked. Can I just swim in it? Can I just dip in it? And I'm going to be super honest with you, Lauri. I, again, was like a skeptic in the beginning, and I thought, okay, it clears up eczema. Like, you can't make that claim, but all right, I'll try it. And I would not have believed it if I didn't see it. And we're actually next to a brew house. I'm pointing over to the brew house. Yeah. And the manager of the brew house, I had given her some of the gel as well. And I said, tell me how you like this. Great, whatever. She stopped me. I was having lunch with a client the other day, and she stopped me and she goes, hey, yeah, nice to meet you. Shannon, I need to talk to you for a second. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? She throws out her arms and she says, look, it's gone. And could not shut up about how the gel really got rid of the dryness, the irritation, the itch. I was shocked. And so talk a little bit about how keeping the skin hydrated and using these minerals is so good for people that have health compromised and challenged skin, like eczema or psoriasis. Yeah.
Well, again, it always goes back to the water and having a good, clean water that doesn't have any toxins or any harmful ingredients that are going to aggravate skin issues or people that have those sensitivities in the first place, because their bodies usually are inflamed, and it's because they're having a reaction, or it's the body's natural reaction trying to support getting rid of this issue. It's just under attack. So what the elements are doing, especially the silver and the gold, the silver is working as an antihistamine. So that's where we're going to see the immediate effect of the redness is going to calm down and everything's going to kind of go, And the gold's going to get in there, and it's going to kind of do its little work. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go over to this side, and I'm going to kind of calm you down and put a little love in this area. So what our water is doing is it's getting down to the areas to help your body do what it knows that it needs to do, but starts building upon, those areas to where you can start to have healthier skin. You can start to have healthier hair follicles. That's why we start to see these areas of inflammation just slowly disappearing, because whatever we've added on top of, we don't like to say that, we're a magic, it's a magic water or a magic gel.
Right.
But, we're always assisting with that, because people are using other products still. I don't know if they're shower at home, if they've got, good filters on them. There's still other components that are coming into the picture, but everybody has the same reaction. Oh my God, I get flashed probably every time I go out to my hairdresser. She's like, look at me. Or like one of her hairdressers, because,
lifted up their shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone. You're like, okay, probably need to, shirt down.
But they're so excited because it worked for them. It soothed an area that they needed the help with.
That's awesome.
So once again, like we say, when you have a healthy skin and a healthy canvas to work on, that's when you're going to have, a good sugaring moment. They're going to go home. They're going to be happy. They have an easy skincare product, just the water and the gel. It's not heavy. There's no alcohol in it. There's no fragrances in it. So whatever else they're using, it's not going to fight with it. It's still going to do its job in supporting the skin.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I am so glad I stumbled across you in that booth. Not only have we created a good friendship, but my clients are really happy too. We actually retail it here at Sugar Mama's, and I shout you from the rooftops because
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really, really, truly believe in this line. Yeah. And so tell them about the line and what your email is. That'll be in the show notes, or your website. It'll be in the show notes. And then after the show, we're going to talk about what those minerals are actually doing in the skin.
Yes, we'll go into detail. So what I have is the spray. This is our big bottle, our big boy, where it's a 5.4 ounce continuous sprayer that it's basically our water, the spring water with elements of gold, copper, silver, zinc, magnesium, and platinum. Then from that, we turn that water into a gel, the regular gel, which has the two other ingredients, the tea and the carbomer. So that's just our regular gel. And then every other gel is based off of this. We go into where we added gold flecks and more gold processing into it to where we come up with our RevealU Gold. This is our best seller, our biggest seller. So they both basically do the same thing, except one's a little bit more accelerated. The gold is going to do a little bit more work on your cellular connectivity. From the gold, we added a brightening agent that becomes our glow. So we get a little polishing into that helps with pigmentation. And then we pull the brightening agent out of it and we add charcoal into it that becomes sort of like a cleanse or a detox. It's not harsh. It's really soft on the skin, but that really goes after when you're looking at people with skin irritations or issues. That's a product you want to use because it's going to go on to the acne and it's going to pull out those toxins and the toxins and oils that are causing that inflammation, that are on, creating that issue there. And it's just really going to just help calm that down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's really my line. And we have one other product that we're coming out with. It's a gold with CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's just starting to come out. It's the same thing. It's like our gold. Sorry.
That's okay.
With the CBD, it's another accentuation of the gold, and then just heightening that anti-aging portion of it with the CBD.
And
it's actually
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. I love it. That's probably one of our super hydrations. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So CBD is quite the ingredient that we will talk about at another time, because CBD and sugaring, that'll be another podcast.
Yeah. It's definitely. Oh, and then the website is RevealUSkincare.com, and that's Reveal, RevealU, the letter U, skincare, SKINCARE.com.
And that'll be in the show notes. All they have to do is click on it.
That's it.
That's awesome. I am so glad that you had the nerve to start a skincare company with a product line that was new
It's a
and
lot of
different. And
Yeah.
you really saw the benefit.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, because you are a badass lady boss and I love it. And I love seeing people that find a product like this
Mhm.
that you really, here, I'll put us side by side so people can see us together.
Mhm.
You really have seen, there we are. You really have seen the benefit of this product and what it does, and you work with the formulator directly.
Yes.
And now you're bringing this product line out, and it takes a lot. So cheers to you, because having a business like this, it's a big deal. It's really a lot of work. And so I give you a shout out and a pat on the back and a hug, because
Yeah.
it really is a big production to get a product line like this
Yeah.
started.
Well, I appreciate you too. I mean, you definitely opened the door into a field where we knew we needed to be, but you opened the door for communication for people to understand that our product is not just your face. It's your whole body. Your skin is your whole body, and your care is your whole body, and how important hydration is in these elements. So
yes, hydration for sugaring professionals. We are going to dive into that, into the SugarTribe. So if you are not a part of the SugarTribe, you should jump on over, because we are going to be talking about the minerals, hydration, how I use it in my practice, and just giving you a deeper dive. There will also be, inside the SugarTribe, RevealU will have an entire special page where you can check out more videos on hydration and the elements and how we use it in our skincare practice. So you can check that out over in the tribe. Miss Lauri, thank you so much for being a part of our world.
Oh, I love it. Thank you again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next class and on the next episode. Cheers.